Soft, gentle, innocent, and completely unaware of the world. At this stage of life, they are pure. They depend on us for warmth, protection, and unconditional love. I am a woman now, once a girl, and once a baby girl. Looking back at my own childhood, I am more grateful. I may be facing the real world now, but I am proud that I was raised gently, without violence, without painful rituals, and without harm in the name of culture. Cultural relativism is the idea that moral beliefs and practices should be understood within the context of particular culture. It teaches us not to judge other societies using our own standards. However, as Justine Palarca explained, cultural relativism also represents serious challenges, especially when certain traditions cause harm, create moral disagreements, or test the limits of tolerance. The film Desert Flower reflects these challenges through the life of Waris Diri, a Somali woman who survived cultural violence and became an international model and advocate for women's rights. The movie follows Waris from her childhood as a nomadic girl, her escape from an arranged marriage, her life in London as a migrant worker and model, and finally her transformation into an activist. Living her life with her friend, she gradually reveals the brutal ritual of female genital mutilation. The emotional breakdown at the hospital becomes the turning point, leading her to speak out against the tradition that nearly destroyed her life. Watching Desert Flower brought a mix of sadness, anger, shock, and deep admiration. These three scenes in particular stayed with me, even now. First one is when they were in the hospital. When her fellow Somalian twisted the doctor's words to shame Waris, it felt like she was being hurt all over again, not by the ritual, but by the manipulation and cultural pressure. This showed how harmful practices can survive. Second is when her mother letting her run away. Her mother's silent act of letting Waris was flee heartbreaking. Even love could not overcome the weight of tradition, so her only act of protection was allowing her daughter to escape. Third is the ritual at the age of 3. The most painful scene was Waris undergoing the female genital mutilation as a child. Her scream conveyed unimaginable pain, showing how cultural practices can leave lifelong physical and emotional scars. Returning to the sites or to the rocks years later, erased by nature, this symbolized that trauma cannot be easily erased. These scenes inspired me. Waris became a voice for the voiceless, transforming her suffering into advocacy and justice. Can culture still be respected if it violates human dignity? For me, a practice becomes morally wrong the moment it causes physical harm, emotional trauma, or stripped a person of autonomy. No tradition, no matter how long-standing, should justify suffering. Cultural relativism also struggles with moral disagreements between societies. When Waris moved to London, Somali tradition viewed female genital mutilation as honorable, while Western doctors saw it as a violation of human rights. Cultural relativism can defend harmful traditions simply because they are part of the culture. The female genital mutilation is a clear example. In Waris community, it is believed to bring purity and honor, yet it physically and emotionally harms the young girls. Desert Flower is more than a biography or a film. It is a moral lesson about courage, culture, and ethical responsibility. Waris Diri showed that culture can evolve and that speaking the truth can challenge harmful traditions. The film taught me that while culture shapes who we are, ethics guide us who we ought to become. It is our responsibility to confront cultural practices that destroy life or deny dignity.